Welcome to Part 3 of the Rio Hondo College Library Workshop, Evaluating Online Sources for College Research. Now that you've learned how to use the SIFT method and lateral reading to evaluate your sources, I'd like to give you some tips on how to choose the best, most appropriate sources for your research. One recently developed method uses the acronym PICK for PICK. When choosing sources, begin with the letter P for purpose, as in, what is the purpose of a particular source? Start by determining the types of sources that are required and acceptable for a particular assignment. Your instructor will usually indicate what types of sources are appropriate. This can include books and ebooks, popular or scholarly articles, websites, social media posts, and more. Once a source is found, you must also determine the genre of that source, which asks if the information is credible and fact-based or opinion-based and possibly questionable. Was the source created to inform or persuade its audience? Don't forget to use the SIFT method to answer these important questions. Next, you will need to determine the information relevance or usefulness of the source. Ask yourself, is the source useful for your particular assignment, topic, or research question? We sometimes make the mistake of picking the first article that comes up in a search, but finding the best, most relevant sources for our research often takes a good deal of time and effort. Also, look at the creation date of your source. Instructors will often place limitations on how old a source can be, and it's always advisable to try and find the most current information so that your findings are not out of date. Lastly, it's important to find sources that contribute to the sphere of knowledge building, meaning that they are important works that add to the topic at large. Typically, this applies to books and scholarly articles that are often cited by others doing similar research. Credible scholarly sources are available both online and in person at the Rio Hondo College Library, so I'd like to briefly talk about library resources. One search is our library catalog, which has information about the book collection, along with online access to thousands of ebooks and articles. This workshop has mainly focused on finding sources through Google, social media, and other mainstream platforms, but library databases like EBSCO, ProQuest, and Opposing Viewpoints are excellent places to find reliable articles and information. And as Rio Hondo students, you have free, unlimited access to all of these resources. The library also provides research assistance in the form of online and in-person workshops, and publishes research guides, which are also called LibGuides. These guides are designed to provide information and links to other useful online resources. Check out the Evaluating Online Sources for College Research LibGuide for further information about SIFT and other topics covered in this workshop. Last but not least, I need to mention the Rio Hondo College Librarians as another great resource. We are available in the campus library, at the reference desk, or remotely through chat, text, and email. Just visit the library's website at riohondo.edu/library to chat with us, schedule a one-on-one consultation, or come visit us in person. We are eager to help you with your research and to find the sources that you need. So, whether you are doing research or just casually using social media, watch out for bias and disinformation. This requires you to ask questions and to be skeptical of the information that you find online, but try not to become too cynical. Using fact-checking methods like SIFT, lateral reading, or fact-checking websites will help you to evaluate and then pick the best sources for your assignments. Lastly, use library resources whenever possible to ensure that your sources are credible and acceptable. You are now finished with the video lecture portion of this workshop. In the final quiz, you'll be answering a few more questions and then complete an online survey, which asks about your experience in taking this workshop. Thanks again for your participation. I hope you gained some valuable tools and information on evaluating online sources.